Alright, so today we're going to be taking a quick look at the brand new Anker Prime 27,650 mAh power bank. Now, as promised from my last video with the 737, this is the new model, just came out a couple days after I did my review for the 737. So we're just going to be doing a quick unboxing on this and then a quick comparison from the old 737 to the new one, which I believe is also called the 737 because it says so right on the bottom of the box there. So, unlike the other one, this one supports 250 watts total output between the two USB ports, with a maximum output of 140 watts per port, as well as a maximum of 65 watts out of the USB-A port. It also supports up to 140 watts of input back into the power bank to charge it in only 43 minutes. And, unlike the other one, it also has a Bluetooth app, which is probably the first for a power bank. And you're greeted by the power bank. So put that aside for a second. Under here, you're going to get, looks like a carrying bag, as well as a USB-C to USB-C cable, and then some manuals and other junk at the bottom that we probably don't really need. So, the power bank comes in a bag here. Going to pull that off. And there we go. This is a pretty nice, sleek looking power bank. This one also has support for their new charging dock system. So you can stick it right on their dock, which I believe is 100 watts of charging, which allows you to always keep it fully charged whenever you're not using it. But that is an optional accessory that I believe is like $60. So, just like on the other one, you're going to get two USB-C, one USB-A. Although, unlike the other one, this one does support input on both, because in order to get that maximum of 140 watts of input, you have to actually charge through both ports at the same time. I believe it only supports 100 watts through one port. So, got a button on the side. Press that. Powers up for the first time. It's currently at 14%. This one definitely feels a little bit heavier. It's a little bit bigger in pretty much every way. It's a little bit bigger in height and maybe slightly width, but the actual thickness of it is basically the same. So just like the other one, you press it a couple times, you got your Bluetooth, you have configuration, and then you have your auto screen timeout, screen brightness. So after that, it does take you right back home to the main screen. If we press twice, we can glitch it into getting to the main screen here, where it says that we have 14% battery, and then it tells us our input and output between all of the ports, as well as input through the new port on the bottom to charge through the dock. So, I'm going to go ahead and get the new Anker app set up on here, which in this case, I believe you're just going to use the regular Anker app. So we'll go ahead and open that up. You have to allow. We can allow notifications, and then you actually have to sign up. Alright, so now that we're here, we're going to go ahead and add a device. You have to agree, allow access, and then we're going to come onto the power bank here. We're going to go over to the screen where it says Bluetooth. It says press twice to enable. It's now enabled. Now it's popped up immediately. Go ahead, select it. So now we can name it, and there we go. Now you have your app. It does show all of our information here. We have our inputs and outputs through all of the ports. Another thing it has is to find the device. So it says when searching for devices, it'll sound a loud alert. So we're going to go ahead and start. And you can see how long it took. And now it's sounding an alarm. It's really not that loud. I feel like if it was in another room, you're not going to hear that at all. But it'll automatically stop, or you can press stop. And there you go. So it took a couple seconds to find it, but that's okay. I'm sure that'll take longer if you're in another room from the device as well. So next we have the settings. You can pick your theme. Theme 2 will actually tell you the voltage and amps of the USB port rather than just the wattage. So if you're looking for more information, you can go with theme 2. If you just want it to be simpler, you can go with theme 1. You have a number of charges available. You have optimized charging, which will allow it to slow the charging wattage, because obviously the faster you charge it, the heavier wear and stress you're putting on the battery. So it's better to charge slower if you can. You have Bluetooth so that it'll automatically connect, which is on by default. You have your find device. You have your name, your battery health, your serial number, help and feedback, firmware. I'm currently using the latest version. So that's about it for the app. For a power bank, I think it's actually pretty cool because I like seeing all the different information, the voltage, the amps. Some people might not want to see all that stuff, and that's why they have the simpler theme available. Some people just want a simple power bank, and if you want that, then that's perfectly fine. You don't have to use the Bluetooth app. Now that we have the app set up, if we go back onto the screen here, it takes us right onto the main screen. Again, the Bluetooth, and then this is where it says configuration, but again, it says no device information yet. You have to add in your devices so that it can determine how many more times it can charge said device. So overall, I think that's about it. I think that this is a very cool power bank, and I do actually have some tools coming on the way that will allow us to do capacity testing and output testing on all of these current devices that I just recently reviewed, as well as future devices. So stay tuned for all of that. When those tools come in, I will be testing this power bank and seeing how well it can handle input, output, as well as what the efficiency is of it, as I've been hearing some people say that the efficiency is not great on this model compared to the other one, and that it struggles to do certain kinds of outputs. So we'll see how well it really does, because some people might not care about the Bluetooth features, and you might actually save some money by buying the old 737, which still has great output. But overall, I think that's about it. I will go ahead and leave a link to Anker's website if you would like to look at their website or potentially purchase one. Hopefully this video helped you if you were interested in purchasing one. So that's about it. Thank you for watching.